Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whether you're watching this one. This is my tournament review for the Transcend Darts. And yes, that man once again becoming unstoppable. The young teenage sensation who is unstoppable at the Transcend Darts. Maybe unstoppable was a bit too far because there were two downs where he got quite lucky, quite fortunate to get through. Mike Decker and the Darry Anderson downs, which were both classics, by the way. And you get fair play to him. Came back in both games. Came back in both games, and that's what champions do. But yeah, he's unreal. This young man is unreal, isn't he? The darts he's playing just utterly ridiculous. Consistently averaging over 100. It's his first year as a professional. And he's reached the World Darts Championship final. He's won the Premier League Darts. He's now won the Grand Slam Darts. He's now number 5 in the world. He's now number 5 in the world as well. And just unreal, man, isn't he? Just unreal. But of course, he did defeat Martin Newman in the final, 16-13. Martin Newman would wish it was 16-13. Sorry, 16-3. And if you look at that, 93 average for Martin Newman, 93 average. Back in the good old days, that would have been a good average. But these days, you need to average over 100 to even win a bloody game. It's madness. It is madness, stars. It really is. It's mental. If Martin Newman was playing the WDF World Championship this year, he would win the tournament with that average of 93, with all due respect to the WDF players. It's just mental, man. It is mental darts these days, and for me, it's just relentless, isn't he? It's just relentless, And by the way, he has been knocked out in some major tournaments in the first round, which the media now shut up about, and now the media want to jump on all over again. Now he's won a tournament saying, "Oh, isn't he amazing?" and all that. They're a bunch of flip-flops, the media. Bunch of flip-flops. When gets knocked out, when he got knocked out in the first round of the European Championship, he lost to Andrew Gilden, who won a major tournament, by the way. But the media said, "Oh, they lost to an ex-Butzer or whatever." They lost to Rob Quartz, who is an ex-Plumber, by the way. And by the way, Rob Quartz is a major winner, and you got beaten by him in the World War 3 first round. And he got beat up the second greatest player of all time in the World Mass Player of Mike Van Duren. Obviously, Mike Van Duren, looks like the signs there that Mike Van Duren looks like his 100 of his game is probably done now, if I'm being honest with you. But but the media just flip-flops. All of a sudden, they're now jumping on the bandwagon and then now he's won a tournament. It's what the media do, people. It's what they do. And fair play to he don't care about the media. He don't care at all. He just does his normal things. He even said afterwards, yeah, he's on on his Xbox now. What a man. Honestly. He just won two major tournaments, and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna play on my games console now. Play on my games console. The chairman Donald Trump, which he always does, I think. But he's making it look easy. It's just mental. And apparently, well, I'm not sure if I believe him when he says he don't practice that much. I'm not sure I believe him on that, to be honest with you. But if he doesn't, fucking hell, he is a bloody robot, isn't he? Fair play. And but yeah, well deserved. It's a well deserved winner. The best player won the tournament. Simple as that. Consistent all the way through. Won all of his games in the tournament as well. Over 100 average, pretty much. And yeah, it's just a sensation to watch. It really is. Obviously, I did want Darry Hansen to beat him because Darry Hansen has not won a major, just because Darry Hansen hasn't won a major for quite a while, and it would be nice to see Darry back winning the major. So I do support some players then too, because he is that good. It's because he's that good. Because once the door's through, I've always said, yeah, he's fucking no one's gonna stop him. Especially when Luke Humphries got knocked out in group stages as well. I genuinely believe Luke Humphries is the only man who can stop Yeta on this form, especially at the World Darts Championship as well. I don't see anyone else stopping the two of them. Bit of an early prediction. Obviously, I see it can't happen, can it? Because and Humphries would actually be in the same half of the draw for the World Darts Championship at this moment in time. But one of them two is still done winning World Darts Championship. But there again, it's Darts at the end of the day, isn't it? It's Darts. If and Humphries go out early in the World Darts Championship, all of a sudden it opens up for someone else. Maybe Van Duren if he does his act together. But yeah, massive shout out to Martin Newman though. It was only a qualifier for this tournament, Martin Newman, and he's moved up a lot of places now in PDC Order Merit. Reaching the final, reaching his first major final as well, where it wasn't expected to reach the final. Let's be real. And fair play to him, he had belief throughout the whole tournament. He was believing in himself, saying, "Why can it not be my time?" Because his best mate, Richie Edhouse, he won a major, didn't he? In the Hooping Darts Championship. So that's what it's good to see. These players not going into it like, oh, I've had a good one. This is a free hit at the final, because it isn't. It isn't. You just never know. Unfortunately for Martin Newman, he just ran into you, didn't he? Darry Anderson, by the way, if it was Darry Anderson in the final, I think Newman would have a better chance. Because Darry Anderson can still be inconsistent for me. And Anderson turned up with his A game against Yeta. But that was it. But let's get on to that, because that was a classic, wasn't it? Yeah, the first stands in the semi-finals. After that, both averaging over 100. Darry Hansen didn't do anything wrong. He played his best game, and UK just does a remarkable comeback in the game. And that was an absolute classic. Martin Newman did defeat Mickey Mansell. And a shout out to Mickey Mansell as well. A great tournament one from him, reaching the semi-finals. Mickey Mansell, by the way, who before this tournament was on the point of using his tour card as well, and now he's moved up a lot of places as well. This is the thing. These tournaments can do some players a world of good, to be fair. In terms of the quarter-final results, Darry Hansen held on to beat Ciaran van Veen. Ciaran van Veen was, again, one of the players of the tournament, wasn't he? With the dance he was playing. Ciaran van Veen, for me, looks like he could be the next coming after Mike van Duren. He had the next big thing after Mike van Duren from the Netherlands, in my opinion. I really do believe that. But Darry Hansen held on, defeated him. Darry Hansen was well ahead as well, to be fair. So yeah, the better players still won that game. UK defeating an informed Jermaine Wattimena 16-2 in the quarterfinals. Again, nothing Wattimena can do. He's been informed, Wattimena, but again, just ran into UK. Martin Newman did defeat Rob Twats in the quarterfinals. And that half the draw, we all expected Rob Twats to reach the final, didn't we? And then Martin Newman ended up defeating Rob Twats. And to be fair, Rob Twats didn't play his best game, but that's not, to be fair, he can't take anything away from Martin Newman. Martin Newman made Rob Twats not play his best game. And Mickey Mansell defeating Cameron Menzies in the last year decider. The better player with composer, won, in my opinion. Cameron Menzies, for me, he's not going to get anywhere in darts, in my opinion, if he doesn't sort his composer out. Because yes, it may be funny to laugh at. He may be a funny man to laugh at on stage. He is a bit of a mental case and a lunatic. But he needs to work on his composer, because As much as he's played the best start of his life this year, Cameron Menzies, his composure is still a weakness in my opinion. And I was disappointed in him because I expected Cameron Menzies, with all due respect to Mickey Mansell, I expected Menzies to beat Mansell, and that's a wasted opportunity for Cameron Menzies in my opinion. Obviously, start of the tournament, he would have touched a quarter final, wouldn't he, Cameron Menzies? But against someone who was probably winnable, I think he'll be disappointed. And that would have been Menzies in the final as well. He'd be thinking, I missed out on a major final because of my composer. The last 16 results then, Tian Van Veen ended up defeating Wayne Joyce 10-2. Wayne Joyce, the conqueror of Mike Van Duren, by the way, who knocked out Mike Van Duren in group stages. Darry Hansen defeating Stephen Bunton 10-6. It was a good game, that one. Quite a good game. Yuki defeating Mighty Decker 10-9. See, look at that. Mighty Decker averages 104. This Yuki just came back. Mighty Decker only missed one match start, by the way. Only missed one match start. And Yuki ended up doing a comeback. It's just mental. It really is. It really is mental. So, Mighty Decker, I think he's a good outside shell for the World Championship as well. I think he'll go far in the World Championship for the darts. He's been playing this year and winning the World 1-3. Obviously, the next tournament is the PA Championship final, so Mighty Decker might look at that tournament as well. Jermaine Wattamina defeating Dimitri Vandenberg in the asset side of 10-9. Rob Cross then a very good win over an informed Mitzi Edhouse 10-4. Martin Newman defeating Ross Smith 10-5. Ross Smith very inconsistent for me, isn't he? Mickey Mansell defeating Danny Noppert 10-7. And Cameron Menzies defeating James Wade in the asset side of 10-9. So he did show a bit of composure against James Wade, to be fair, the Cameron Menzies. But again, James Wade, we're thinking, should have got to the final with the way the tour opened up. In terms of group stages results then, these were Group A and Group B results. Of course, we saw Darry Hansen and Wayne Joyce go through in Group Group G, sorry. And Tian Van Veen and Stephen Bunton go through in Group H. And then look at that, Wessel Nyman. Wessel Nyman averages over 100 in every game. And he lost every game. So then, look out for Wessel Nyman at the World Darts Championship. He could do a UK one. I wouldn't be shocked, to be honest with you. I'm not really going to talk about. I've talked about Noreen enough, but he did finish bottom of the group, and yeah, I will say he's a he. He is a he because he is a biological male, and it's nothing against him. But I was glad to see him get beat because that's a win for darts for me. And I know people will get offended. By that, but I still think it's an absolute disgrace that he actually won the Eds as well off of 2 male players when he shouldn't be playing in the tournament because he qualified as a female qualifier and he's a biological male. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. Very disappointing for Mike Van Duren. Very disappointing because that was a winnable group for him as well, and he doesn't even get through. Group H was this a group of death? Wasn't it? Van Veen, Bunton, Josh Watt, and Wessel Nyman. Obviously, yeah, and Dimitri went through in their group was contained with Team Barry and Nonson Iden. Michael Smith went out in the group stages using 5-0 to Mike Decker. And Michael Smith will use a bit of money now. Will use a bit of prize money because he was defending the Transcend Darts money that he won. He won the Transcend Darts 2 years ago. So he will use a bit of money, but we will look at the one-tins afterwards. Very disappointing from Dave Chisnell, finishing bottom of his group. But I did predict that would happen. Chisnell. Peter White finished bottom of his group. Peter White, for me, he just looks like the thinnest man, unfortunately. You just see the top in form, don't you? See the top down in average. He's now averaging 83, 85 at best. And I think Peter White's done, unfortunately. I think the best thing for Peter White is to probably drop down now to the seniors, play on the senior tour, and tour it Chris in the PDC. He's still had a brilliant career, Peter White, hasn't he? Back-to-back world champion. He's won other majors as well. So he's had a good career, Peter White, but he just looks finished now, doesn't he? Unfortunately. And I think he's still continuing for the money, isn't he? Let's be real. And we saw James Wade and Mickey Mansell go through, which was quite a shock to see Luke Humphries go out in that group and see Mickey Mansell go through. Martin Schindler, very disappointing for Martin Schindler, isn't it? Because I would have expected Martin Schindler to go through with Danny Noppert, in my opinion, in that group. Bold Reeves, Sean Watsy. Bold Reeves, shout out to her for defeating a male player 5-1, defeating Cameron Menzies 5-1. Bold Reeves, she is different gravy in terms of the women's category, honestly. But this is what I'm saying about Darcy these days. You look at the averages. We've seen here. Gian van Veen, Darry Hansen, Wessel Nyman, Gian van Veen, Gian van Veen twice, and Martin Cinder, who were all average at least 100 and over than that. In terms of top averages, it's just mental. Look at that. In terms of top averages, it's just absolutely mental. Just crazy. The amount of players that average over 100. And it's not a shock anymore, people. It's not a shock. It really isn't a shock anymore. Because this is what Darts is these days. They're actually getting better and better. All the players are getting better and better. So in terms of the rankings then, Mike Van Doorn, moved up 13 places, of course, from number 18 to number 5. After that Grand Slam Darts win. Bunton up 2 places. Dimitri Van Berg up 2 places. Van Doorn does move above Michael Smith now, after Michael Smith does use that money from 2 years ago. And Michael Smith is going to be under pressure at the World Darts Championship as well, because if he doesn't defend that World Darts Championship win money, then he'll be chopping down outside the top 10. Darren Price chops down 2 places after not qualifying for the tournament. Darry Hansen moves up 7 places. Ross Smith up 1 place. Mike Decker up 1 place. Gian van Veen moved up 4 places after its tournament one. Wayne Choice up 1. Tamina up 1. Martin Newton moved up 8 places after reaching the final. Cameron Menzies moved up 1. Mickey Mansell moved up 13 places, and I think he's quite safe now in terms of not using his tour card now. Team Barry moved up 3 places. Wessel Nyman moved up 2 places, but I didn't knock down the group stage. Mensa up 1 place. Mensa who's still under pressure on using his tour card, while John Reed has moved up 2 places. While Yenna Dates, despite Yenna Dates getting knocked out in the group stage, he moved up 25 places. And Bolt Reeves, Nancy Iden, obviously got 5 tier, along with Noah Yen. This is what the PDC tour card. This is what the PDC automotive will look like after, as it stands after the World Darts Championship. And Michael Smith, you could see there, Michael Smith would drop down a lot of places down to number 15 in the world. And you will see UK move up to number 3. I think that's highly likely to happen. I think UK will be in the top 4 by the end of the World Darts Championship. Stephen Bunton, I think he's moved up 3 places as well. But that's how the PC Automotive would look as it stands after the World Darts Championship. So it is all protected at the moment. It's all protected. In terms of next page, Christopher Tatsy will drop down 3 places. Yeah, I think he's under pressure to stay in the top 32. Anything else? We'll move on to the next page. Well, the final page, Wessel Nyman, number 53. I think Wessel Nyman, I really do think he could have a good one at the World Dance Championship and the PDC Championship finals as well. But the World Dance Championship, I don't know why, but I reckon he could make another UK one at the World Dance Championship. Especially with the way he played at the Grand Slam of Dance as well. If he can replicate that into the World Dance Championship, what's out for Wessel Nyman in the World Dance Championship? And he's quite high as well. He is quite high in terms of the betting odds as well. I think he's only in this 33-1, Wessel Nyman. So even the bookmakers are fancying Wessel Nyman. It all depends on the tour though. But for me, it's not even all dependent on the tour. I actually think he can still beat some of the top players as well, Wessel Nyman. So yeah, it's mental. Really is mental. But I haven't gave it there for my 27 Darts tournament with him. I've already done my tournament preview for the PDC Championship finals. I did do that before the Grand Slam Darts. And I did do my first round predictions for the PDC Championship finals as well. So scroll back on my channel and you'll find what I went for, who I went for to win the PDC Championship finals and my first round predictions. In terms of the next tournament preview, it will be the big one. It will be the big one, the PC World Darts Championship, and I will be doing that straight after the tour is made. Once the tour is made, that's when I'll be doing the tournament preview for it. And and I'll see you all for that. And I might be back. Actually, I might be back for first round predictions for Yates side. For the Yates side World Darts Championship, I don't know yet. To be honest with you, depending on the schedule of my videos. But yeah, feel free to see your thoughts down below. As is unstoppable in Wolverhampton, and wins his second major title in his first year as a professional. Who can stop the young man? Let me know down below in the